And that's nothing against any of them. Jelena comes in with Michaels back to the bench after missing a week with injury. Played last week, but missed a week. So just really interesting contradictions in sort of the makeups of the teams.
Yeah, well, Michaels has missed a few games now, but the last time these two teams matched up, as we alluded to earlier on, it was Christian Jelena who started in the point position. Michaels didn't play that game, as we said there. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup. If Ethan Elliott gets off the leash early and gets a bit of confidence, he's going to be hard to stop. So someone needs to lock in on him for sure.
So here we go as the ball's up to start the game, and won by the Senators, and they'll have first crack. So Elliott, Mitchell, Ford, Davis and Ellis for the Senators as Davis pull-up jumper. Nice shoot as well. Drops that and we're off. And it's Jelena, Turnage. I'm just going to go with Giannis, Nuo and Dove for the Wolves. So it is Ford on Giannis initially. And it is Davis that's gone to Dove. So Giannis, good front there by Mitchell, really working hard. That's going to be a long night if that's the matchup.
Did extremely well. Switched on that on-ball screen up high. Big fella rolled the bucket. Did a great job of defending that.
Gio catch and shoot and gets the Wolves away.
BUL will be extremely grateful to see that go through the hoop. Didn't trouble the scores last week in the game against Prairie Lakes.
He donated last week. We'll go a long way to see that.
And also double tech foul in the fourth. Had him sitting early. So
Ellis drives forward from the short corner. This is that. I think the Wolves would be happy to give that shot up. Turnage, a bit of a fumble.
Always a tough shot over the top of the big 7-footer as well.
And I think it's just Ford's front of rim, dunker spot. That's his go-to. Jelena turns down the on-ball. Giannis picks and pops. Can't get it to go. Good closeout by Ford. I don't know if it troubled him, but it was a good closeout. Elliott driving, kicks out Davis. Deep three on the catch and shoot. Can't get it to go. Giannis, see, I tried. Sorry, big fella. Gets the board and some extended pressure here from Mitchell on Mulo. And forcing the turnover. That'll be something to watch against their guards that aren't pure guards. Mitchell now catch and shoot, can't get it to go. And the Senators tidy up. Mitchell speculating into Ford. Works hard against Giannis, whose initial position was good, but I think just a little bit of a... if he just rolled up, he was probably fine. The block attempt was what bailed the ref out there and probably bailed Ford out.
Yeah, look, there was enough pressure on the shot anyway. I mean, they were deep in the shot clock, only maybe a second or two left on the shot clock when he put it up. And, yeah, had he walled up, probably been good enough to affect the shot.
I mean, 2 minutes into the game, if he makes it, that's fine, as Ford makes the first. It's interesting to see that last possession with the pressure up the floor. If that's something the Senators will look at.
I honestly didn't think there was that much pressure on it, Charlie, to be brutally honest. I just thought it was a pretty poor fumble, to be honest, and then and coughed the ball up. So maybe some early nerves there.
Yeah. I think we'll go back to Jelena and CJ bringing the ball up for a little while. But here is a little bit of just show pressure there from the Senators. Dove kicks it back out to Jelena. Muo goes away from the off-ball, step back. Can't get it to go. The Wolves push, the Senators push back again with Ethan Elliott. Davis into the elbow, pulls up, can't get that to go. Looks like he stumbled a little bit on that as the Wolves push back now. Turnage, nice finish with the left, can't get it to go. Looked like that came, yeah. Okay, I'll take that back. I was going to say it looked like it came off Senators, but it will be a Senator ball.
Yeah, look, the referee was in a pretty good spot to make that call, so...
He's only about 70 feet closer than us, isn't he?
His eyes are probably about 30 years younger than ours.
Not that young, Pete. No, he's not that young Peter Horton. Senators into their DHO wrap. Elliott over the top of Giannis, can't get it to go. Yeah, the Wolves started like a final, 4-2 after 3 and a bit minutes. Jelena walking down low, kicks it back out. Giannis, Muo, pump fakes, goes right. Jelena driving on Mitchell, nice stop. Can't get that to go. And the lid is still on both baskets. Davis drives. Ooh. Took a lot of contact there, a lot of hand contact. I thought could have been unlucky not to get called, but as it is, it will be a stop for the Wolves and their ball from the sideline.
You suspect there may have been a little bit of a hand check there because Caleb Davis does not miss shots from that range.
Ellis goes out and Pearl comes in for the Senators. I think probably the contact was good in the incidental hand. They just, calling it incidental, they just decided at that point they were going to let it go. Dove pulls up from the nail and he's got himself going. You're old enough to remember the movie Fletch, aren't you, mate?
I certainly can.
Yeah,
yes.
6'5" with the afro.
Yeah.
And Richard steps out of bounds on the step back, and a sub for the Wolves as Jelena comes out and Michaels comes in.
Yeah, so Michaels has missed a few games over the last month or so, but did play last week in the win over Prairie Lakes Hawks and played very well.
Got some storage numbers and hit the big deep shot. So it's 4-all with 5:50 to go here in the first. As I said, Dove off the bounce, can't get it to go. A lot of contact both on the shot and on the sort of roll there from Giannis. Ford screaming for it. Out to Davis on the catch and shoot. He knocks that down.
And again, it's Caleb Davis, renowned shooter, three-point shooter, left wide open on the three-point line.
Just failed to man up on that transition. They just left Ford open for a lot of it, and then Davis at the three-point line as Turnage drives against Pearl. Can't get it to go. Good box out by Ford. So Giannis hasn't had a big impact on the boards yet.
No, they've done a great job of keeping him off the glass.
Elliott sweeping with the left, can't get it to go. Ford battles, but falls to Giannis. And now Michaels. Nice pass to Turnage, who sticks that one down. Turned the head there on the weak side. I think it was Caleb Davis, and a nice cut by Turnage and a great find by Michaels there. Drive Pearl in the corner, attacks, goes straight at the bucket, nice little pump, gets Giannis out of the way and extends to a 9-6 lead with 4:30 to go in the first. Wolves patiently in their half court. Michaels gets the switch, attacks. Good look for Turnage in the corner, good hands by Pearl there, and it'll be a Wolves ball from the baseline as Bottom Jr. comes in for Ethan Elliott for the Senators.
So Jordan Wellstead coming in for his first minutes tonight. Quinton Dove been given a flop warning for previous play phase.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did I miss it? Was it down here or down there?
Down here, yep. So on the 3-point shot, I think
gotcha.
He went to the ground, and I think they just called that one.
Yep, no, that was the one I said there was looked like contact from here. But they are hot on now that we're obviously the landing spot is such a hot topic. So players want to sell that.
Yeah.
Wellstead catch and drives against Pearl. Looks for the corner. No one's there. That's a turnover and a good stop from the Senators. Ellis jumps back in and he will sub in for Mitchell.
So some of the discussion pre-game, Charlie, was he was going to step up and play some defence first. Here we are, 4 minutes left in the first, and it's a 6-9 ball game. I think we've got the game we wanted.
Well, yes, yes. Bottom Jr. down to Davis against Michaels in the post. Turns, shoots over the top. Not much Michaels could do about that. And Davis gives him a too small. I'm not a big fan of all that, but I think that's more friends from last year.
I think so.
Dubs, good drive. Good challenge there from Pearl to make sure it wasn't easy. And Dub will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good start by Caleb Davis. Got 5 points and 2 rebounds so far in the game.
Not blaming our stats program, but shouldn't that be 7?
Probably should. Yep.
Because he hit the first jumper, the midi.
Of course he did.
So it's
just waiting for it to refresh. But yeah, done a good job in Quentin Dove so far. Done a very good job on the whole team, really. Wolves are 6 points only, but Dove's only got the 2 points so far.
He makes the first. It's one of the things with Wolves, we've spoken about it on other calls, how sometimes, and I'm not bashing the 5 out, but the nature of the way they do it, when you've got, and he makes the second, you've got, you know, an all-star 5 player in your team. There's some level, as Jelena checks in for turnage, some level where you'd like to go to him a little more, and over the course of the game, maybe they do. But just sometimes I feel watching the Wolves, a player can get lost a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's got 4 of the 8. And it's an 11-8 game as Bonham Jr. dribbles into a nice pull-up midi. 13-8 lead with 3:20 to go in the first for the Senators. Ellis tries to blow the dribble hand up and nearly lost his head. Dove looked like he was going back door. Jelena threw it. Dove stopped. If you're going to go, go.
What do they say? Never fake a back door.
Correct. If you're going to go, go. But again, maybe just a little bit tentative there from everybody. And Bonham Jr. just throws it straight out of bounds back after a miscommunication on the what play they were in, I think, there. So Jelena attacks. Gets blocked at the rim. And it's not the prettiest minute of basketball here at the moment. As we go to a timeout called by the Senators with them up 13-8 with 2:56 to go in the first quarter.
So that's our first Bendigo Bank timeout for the evening. And yeah, look, at 8-13 ball game with just a whisker under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. I guess for the Wolves to take one positive out of the fact last time these two teams played up here, they gave up 35 points to the Senators in the first quarter. So
we're not going to get that between the two teams.
They've probably sorted that little speed bump out, but they've only scored the 8 points themselves. So
look, it just feels there's 7 turnovers between the two teams for the quarter so far, and just a lot of deflections. Just it's a bit clunky. Look, I'm sure both coaches are fine with the defense as we joke about it. But also, I think right now what you'd be wanting to see is a little smoothing out of the offense. Now we've played 7 minutes. Both teams will be talking about how they want to work against what's going on out there and sort of how to capitalise on it. But yeah, look, it's an elimination game. Yep. There's no doubt this quarter and the back half of the fourth quarter, if it's tight, are going to be the clunkiest part of the game.
Yep. You've absolutely nailed it. Neither team have played particularly well at the start of the game, but no real damage been done by either team.
Correct. For the Wolves in their half-court set, hit Jelena at the three-point line. Michael's coming off, ignores that. Bonham almost comes up with a nice pass that time. Finds a cutting Dove who goes up hard, and Shand fouls on the contest and Dove will go to the line again. You can see the importance there where Bonham went hunting for that steal and almost got it. But it's that, again, the risk and reward. Yeah, you don't get it, you're one man out. And a good find there, I think it was from Jelena that time on the cutting. As Davis comes out and Ash Littrick comes in for the Senators. And Giannis comes in for, who went out there? Was it CJ? Or Muir? Muir. Yep. Sorry, there we go. Dove knocks down the first.
So that was a pretty good challenge. Pretty good recovery there by Shand to get across and stop the Dove from flushing that drive there.
And Dove makes the second. He's quick, and Turnage comes in for Dove. Now, he's also sneaky long. You look at him there, he's long-armed. He's deceptively, I know it sounds dumb because he looks like he's 6'5", but he's kind of bigger than that as he drives here. Nice pass in Littrick who can't get that to go, but a good little pocket pass there from Shand. As Littrick now gets the foul called on Giannis as he stands up the screen. That'll be the third team foul, I think, maybe the fourth for the Senators for the quarter with 2:20 to go, just the one on the Wolves.
Yeah, I think the
scoreboard staying at 3.
Score bench are pretty quick.
Yeah. Nice back hub. Well played by Bonham, but a nice look there from Giannis on the cutting Michaels. I know speaking to Luke Brennan, they've been really happy with Bonham, just his energy, and he just wants to play and be a part of it. So coming in late, and they had to make the change after Uche got injured. They go down to Turnage in the post against him at this point. The double coming, and the foul called on Bonham there. But that'll be the fourth team foul. And a sub coming, I think he'll come out, and Ethan Elliott will come back in. Thought he gave him good energy there in the middle of that quarter.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly what the coaching staff would have wanted.
Michaels on the pull-up after he makes that nice little pull-up floater on a big screen from Giannis.
So Michaels hasn't lost a lot of touch in his 3 or 4 games he's had off.
Ellis off the handoff, and he gets the bonus of the whistle there, the landing place whistle. Jelena is asking for the kick. So I can throw some shade here because I'm good at it. The chances of Cody kicking out his feet mean he would have to be in the air in a lot longer than Cody's capable of.
That's
You'll
harsh.
probably hear this later, Cody. You know I love you, mate. Cody, like, to be fair, Cody's not a big foot leg kicker. It was more just that Jelena kind of got in and around the feet as Ellis makes the first 2. And rightfully, we've moved to a protection space on the shooter, so you don't have to get off the ground much for that to be dangerous. So. And squeaks in the third as the Senators go up 16-12 with 1:55 to go here in the first.
Yeah, Cody 84% from the free throw line, no problems there at all for him.
It's a family trait, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giannis at the elbow, working against Littrick. Michaels up fakes, steps to his left, pull up, can't get it to go, and Shan gets the rebound and they're off. Elliott, pull up in transition, knocks it down. That's a big basket.
Big Chambers Franklin 3 there.
Turnage drives. Jelena penetrate. Good pressure, but a hand in there from Littrick, and that'll put Jelena to the line.
Yeah, Jelena 66% from the free throw line this year, so good opportunity for him to claw a couple of points back on this Woke Senators' first term lead.
Got to give credit where it's due. I throw a lot of shade at it and I joke about it, but kudos to the DJ here, banging out some here from Briggs. Love it. As Jelena knocks down the first.
So that was you tapping your foot up here. I thought we were having an earthquake there for a moment, but...
And the second. She doesn't feel as stable up here as normal, does it?
No.
19-14 with 1:15 to go here in the first. Senators in half court. Ford penetrates, steps through, gets under Giannis. A great move.
That's an excellent finish.
We talk about attacking the big man, not fading. Got under his arm, finishes with his left hand. Ford working hard, fronting Giannis in the post. Michaels off the left, spinning, that's going up on the fade, knocks it down. That's a little bit of a Brian Michaels shot. That's a little bit of his go-to.
Yeah.
Ford, pass into Shan, makes that, and a foul from behind on Turnage. And that'll give him a 2-for-1 with 39 seconds to go, so a heads-up play, and probably lucky to get the foul on the back of it. I'm not saying that was the plan, but puts him out to a 23-16 lead with one shot to come from Shanders. Dove comes back in for the Wolves. And Wellstead fouls. Fouls out, not yet. Sorry, Geordie. Subs out. Shan drops the bonus, and here's again a little bit of this pressure. Just wanting to work the Wolves, I think. I don't think they're trying to take anything. They want them to use the whole clock here and not get their 2-for-1. Down to 30 seconds on the game clock. Accomplished. Giannis up fakes, down to Dove. Big hand behind by Shan. forward, pushing again. Waits down to Shand, into forward. Falcons in. Shand again, into forward. Finishes with the left. Not the prettiest play in the world. There were some hands, some Falcons, a bit of everything going on there.
Excellent job at staying with the play, though.
Yep. Dove on the pull-up. Knocks it down.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big finish to the quarter to bring it back to 26-19 at quarter time. Senators up. That'll put a bit of a pep back in the step there, I think, as the Wolves were... well, it was more the Senators had closed out that first quarter very well.
Extremely well.
Interestingly, as I was watching that, I wonder what would have happened if someone clicked him. Because of how far out he was, he kicked a fair bit on that shot. Just in relation to the conversation we had about Cody and Jelena earlier. But a big finish there for the Wolves, as I say, 26-19 at quarter time. What are your thoughts, mate?
Well, yeah, it was a real arm wrestle. A little bit scrappy to start the quarter off, but it just seemed like the Senators were able just to settle into their groove a little faster than the Wolves there. Now, we're talking, at one stage there, we're probably looking at no one making any more than 18 points in the term, but yeah, for the Warwick to finish with 26 points, 7 points up at quarter time, like I said there, they settled just that little bit faster than the Joondalup Wolves, and had it not been for that Quinton Dove 3 run on the buzzer there, yeah.
You're looking at a 10-point split.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Stats leaders for the quarter. We'll go with the home team. Dove leading the way with 9, Giannis with 3 boards, Angelina with 3 assists. For the visiting Senators, Caleb Davis out with 7 points early. Rebound is shared basically between Davis and Ethan Elliott, and Jay Thwaites with 3 assists. Shooting percentages or other sort of main stats. The Wolves are shooting 40% compared to 53, and when you're 7 down in a quarter, that'll be the difference. Only 9 of 17 as compared to 6 of 15. Both teams shooting the ball well from 2-point range, but the Wolves only 1 of 4 from 3-point range. Again, something we spoke about before the game, the need early before the game, that how that's been a swing stat for the game so far.
Yep. The Warwick have done a great job on CJ. CJ averages 20.4 points per game over the season. Last time those two teams played up here, and it was only a 7-point ball game, CJ only had the 8 points. He's got the 2 points in the first quarter, so they've done an excellent job in just quelling the influence of CJ so far in the game.
Good point. You would expect a lot more from the quality of CJ, and you normally get it. So to have him quiet in the first quarter would be something that I'm sure the Senators are pretty happy with, but they will also know that can change in a blink.
Oh, absolutely. Job not done yet.
Wolves ball to start the second quarter, and we're away. Here is Turnage with the ball. Hurtis gets a backdoor cut, and a nice little play, I would say, drawn up by the coach for CJ to get him going.
Get him going, exactly.
26-21, 5-point lead for the Senators. Davis working Jelena, faces him up. Step back.
Tough shot.
That is a tough shot going to your right.
Shot.
Wow. Caleb Davis.
Nothing wrong with Jelena's defence, just better offence.
Most people step back better to their offhand because it squares them up. So to make that Dove on the catch and shoot, can you get him back? Yes, he can, and he's up to 12. And he's now starting to really get going after a little bit of a slow first half of the first quarter.
Absolutely. Another big Chambers Franklin 3 there.
Elliott now working against Dove. Can't get by him. Good D. Kicks it back out to Davis. He penetrates.
Another tough
and a nice finish. So all of a sudden we've started the second quarter and it looks like it's an offensive game.
Absolutely. Helm Davis, extremely tough match up there for Jelena.
Muro pumps. Everybody pulled down and Muro cleared some space there, and Davis tumbled in it to Dove, but it looks like everyone's okay.
I think we're going to need the Z team floor wipers from Zebrero doing their whip magic down there.
Got out
could
there.
Be a second flop. It is a technical foul.
That buys the floor wipers some time.
Yeah. I think we're going to need them both ends of the floor after that one. But, yeah, obviously Dove with that earlier warning in that first quarter for the flop. Call that one. Now, Cody Ellis, 25 points last time these two teams met. Had a relatively quiet start by his heady standards in that first quarter too. You've got the up to the 4 points now, I think, in the game.
Yeah, just the and all from the foul line. Thank you very much.
But again, another guy who can just explode at any moment in the game. So, job's not done on him either.
Senators ball from the baseline. Elliott, screen from forward. Elliott finds Mitchett in the corner. He drives baseline. Kind of hemmed themselves in, but Ellis catch and shoot. Can't get it to go. Would have made you look like a genius there, Glenn.
Yep, but fell short again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grady.
So 31-26, Senators up with 8:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, like you said, Charlie, probably the offense at the end of the floor has just gone up a couple of notches since those heady days of the 4-5 after about 5 minutes.
13-9 halfway through, working Jelena low. Good patience. Good wall up there from Elliott, and Jelena misses what he should have made, and the Senators are pushed back the other way.
Yeah, no doubt Jelena would like to have that back again.
Elliott off the on ball. Little floater. Good hands there, though, by Elliott. Takes it back off Dove. I was going to say Giannis really affected that floater, but then Elliott stays in it, takes the ball back off Dove. They get another two.
That's what it's all about, just staying in the play.
Dove off the bounce. 3 away, never looked good from our hand, and we were right behind that. And that one looked like a little bit of a frustration. That one looked a little bit like it was... got the tech foul, a little bit flustered, and they sub him and Jelena out. Not quite sure what the crowd's upset about.
I think the crowd may have thought, that that's a home crowd, may have thought there was a deflection off Cody Ellis when that ball went over the baseline. The referee didn't see it that way, and that's all that matters.
Mitchett with the fumble, drives, circles through. Davis with the catch and shoot, can't get it to go. Good run out there from CJ as Michaels now under pressure, doubled in the backcourt. Clock nearly runs out, they get it to Turnage, and he'll settle them down. Works against Ford, good D.
Nice finish.
Rides the late push though, and gets a nice finish going to his left.
It's a nice little kiss on that left, as you said there, Charlie, but that double team on the backcourt there again by the Senators, like you said, it's probably, I mean, they smelt blood in the water that time. They doubled in the corner there, but just to slow the Wolves down, and given the fact that the Wolves are missing a true point guard, just it's a long battle tonight, I think.
Ooh, that's long. So Giannis finally gets an O board, and then blocked by Ford, and he'll go to the line. Yeah, the doubling there and the pressure seems to be, I'm going to call it opportunistic. I don't think it's
just test the water, put some pressure.
As Shan now comes in for Ford. Well, again, it was a little bit of a clunky pass and all that type of stuff to Brian Michaels there. So, and probably a pass from a short distance too. So, I think Mitchett had him, and Cody could be right there as Giannis makes the first. So I don't think it's necessarily a planned pressure play. It's a time off the clock, and then if you get the chance, go, but don't force it.
The opportunity here for Giannis just to knock down a couple of freebies and sort of get into the game a little bit as well.
3-point game, 33-30 with 6:45 to go here in the second quarter. Ellis dancing the sideline there. Now working against Wellstead. Good hands in there, and Turnage is off. He works against Elliott, gets the foul and the bucket. And all of a sudden, CJ Turnage can go to the line to tie this thing up.
Yeah, Jordan Walsh did a good job of keeping Cody Ellis in frame there defensively. CJ with the active hands, got the steal.
Timeout call by the Senators here. A little bit of a run stopper and just a little bit of a relaxer here from the Senators to just settle everybody down. Been a little bit sort of broken in the last couple of minutes, or the 3.5 minutes of this quarter anyway. But we mentioned CJ's ability to get going. They run a play for him out of quarter time, gets a nice back cut, gets himself to the line a couple of times. So he's really come out here now, and sort of had a big impact already in this quarter. The Wolves have done a good job to get themselves one down with a foul shot to come.
Yeah, absolutely. After a really slow start there in that deficit at quarter time, we've done a good job just to, like I said, just run a couple of plays for CJ, get him in the game, gets active hands, gets his confidence up. But certainly Quentin Dove has probably led the way, just kept the Wolves thereabouts, got the 14 points so far in the game. Callum Davis got 11 points and 2 rebounds for the Warwick Senators. And Cody Ellis still the 4 points so far in the game, but like we said earlier on, they expect Cody to light it up at some stage in this game.
So it's really for both teams. It's kind of their star fours going to work and dragging their teams along.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's an absolute cliche, but it's just a matter of what the bit players are going to do to make a contribution to a win tonight.
The Turnage makes the bonus, and we are squared away at 33s with 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Davis off the bounce. Turnage again with the quick hands off the bounce. That got a bit clunky. Wellstead pulls us out. Turnage on the back door with the flush.
That's an excellent read by Jordan Wellstead. That was again, as you said, Charlie, a pretty clunky play there, but Jordan Wellstead just made a good read on what the defence was given. And I think we're going to need the Z team floor wipers again, Charlie.
And I was just going to say, this is what the Wolves do. They really surge. They'll have patches that I've seen through the year where kind of like they need to introduce themselves to each other, and then they'll have a patch where was it the Giants game here on a Sunday? I think they came out and scored like 20 points in a row or something, where it just when it clicks and they get on a heater, it just flows.
I think of that game you mentioned there was Matthew and Miuo, who just got hot in the third quarter and scored for about 8 or 10 points or something in a hurry. And
O'Shan kicks it back out to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Ellis working against Miuo. Pulls up from 3.
Oh, there we go.
And the foul.
And for where I was sitting, Charlie, I think that was a pretty blatant foul there.
It did look like, you mean, to be fair, you're the Wolves guy, I'm the Senators guy, but I thought the same, but I'm glad you said it. Just clipped him on the wrist, I think. Ellis steps up and knocks it down.
And is that the little, does that get Cody Ellis going now? Knocks down a 3 bonus. Second team foul for the Joondalup Wolves. Good.
Wellstead on the 3. Bad miss for Turnage, inside spot. Puts it straight back up. Perfect pass there from Geordie Wellstead.
Yeah, just kissed it off the glass. Yeah, perfect pass.
And we're tied away with 5:25 to go in the second quarter. Ellis catch and shoot again. Again, knocks one down.
There we go. Simple as that.
You called it, Glenn.
Cody Ellis is heating up.
Michaels into it, dribble handoff. It's a double post action. They're not. Giannis wants it down to Michaels. Working against Shan. Turns Shan. Challenged the shot, got a good piece of it, but strength there from Giannis, and he'll go to the line for the bonus and a chance to square us away again.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough coverage, single coverage there.
It's easy from here, but that's the one where you've played good D, wall up, let him make it. You can't block the 7-footer shot all the time. And he'll go to the bench now, and Ash Littrick will check back in. That'd have to be a 2 or 3 fouls there on... I don't have that in front of me at the moment.
2 fouls, I think, Charlie, so far. So no, not panic stations just yet.
And Giannis can't make the bonus. So Senators still with a 1-point lead. And good drive, good clear out. And cleaning up Kyle Zunic on the baseline there. So trying to get a DP spot and also take out the contracted Wildcat all at the same time.
I tell you what, there's some royalty down that baseline
tonight. Can't get that crawl in, but a nice read. The Ellises, Kyle Zunick, the whole Ellis clan, Mrs. Ellis, Mike, Robin. Watto's down there just working his way back.
We have some royalty in the house tonight, Charlie. Damien Manage, I've seen floating around as well.
Cody knocks down the first, gets himself up to 12.
Also, he had 3 points at quarter time.
And knocks down the second. So he's at a 10-point quarter with 4:40 to go.
We knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
Yep. And CJ's kind of done the same thing. You know, he's up to 11. He had 2.
Exactly.
So here he is working against Ellis. Michaels posting up Mitchelton. Good wall up by Mitchelton as Ellis comes up with the rebound and the Senators away. In the Littrick. Can't get that to go. Couldn't quite get his balance. Kernage kicks it. Dove, catch, shoot, corner. Ooh. 3. Can't get it to go. Ellis on the bounce. Draws the foul on Jelena, who's not happy with that, but again seemed like a reasonable call. He'll go to the bench off the back of that, and Muo comes in.
Third personal for Christian Jelena.
Ooh, that's big.
That hurts.
That's probably why he was upset, not necessarily what the call was.
And good read by Cody, just knowing who's attempting to defend you and forcing the contact.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Smart play.
Ellis catch, shoot, same spot, same result. And Cody Ellis is on an absolute burner here in the second quarter.
That would have been a good 900 millimetres outside the 3-point line.
You don't want to go the whole metre, mate. Now the Wolves. We spoke about how they go in spurts earlier. Here they are now in a little bit of one of these sort of dry ones. Oh, Michaels lost it, tried to flip it to Turney, to turnover. Somehow finds Ellis, who can't make it. Who doesn't make it. It was a heat check. He's apologising, but I think that's okay. Michaels, corner, bang, knocks that one down, and they needed that.
Absolutely. Senators shooting the 3 ball at 50%, 4 from 8 so far in the game.
And all of a sudden it's back to 45-42. It's a 3-point game again, and a little bit of hockey going on off the ball there as Ethan Elliott works against Muir, turns the corner. Good help, good little bump screen there from Ash Littrick. Gets Geordie Wellstead out of the way, and a nice finish by Ethan Elliott. And another flop warning.
Not sure.
I looked off just to see what else was happening then, so...
I'm not sure. Well, there was a little bit of contact between Geordie Wellstead and Cody Ellis. Cody, obviously...
Is that their first or second flop warning? Because Pete Horton's calling it...
As a technical foul, yeah. I was going to say, I didn't see them get called for a flop warning earlier on, but I may have missed that. Apologies. The wash-up is Michaels will go to the free throw line.
Well, he knocks it down. Senators' bench is questioning the fact they haven't had a warning.
Yeah, I don't believe I've seen one, but could be wrong. But anyway, it's only Cody's first personal for the evening. That does put Warwick in the bonus now, though.
Both teams in the bonus with 2:48 to go.
Yep.
And a 4-point lead for the Senators now, and the Wolves ball. So I'm not quite sure what that was. So unless there is some change around once we get to a tech, every flop's a tech, there hasn't been a Senators warning to this point in time.
Not to our knowledge anyway, but...
well, not that their bench appears to know about either.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you're going to give one, you've got to at least tell the bench what's going on, I would have thought.
You would have thought, yeah. Anyway. Set team floor wipers just mopping up a bit of sweat there.
And we're away after all our talk about stuff we didn't know anything about as the Wolves working. High pick and roll. Muir kicks it. Dove. Wellstead drives, working against Elliott. Good hand. Ellis is away. Fine. Nice little shuffle pass into Ethan Elliott. Again, finishes strongly at the basket.
Excellent job. 6-point buffer here for Warwick.
49-43 with 2:15 to go. Dove again, everybody going everywhere. Good hustle all round. Ooh, even the umpires want to get into the sliding action. It's all about Mark Grist, isn't it?
I think we definitely need the Z team floor wipers over there. Once another referee slips over, you know there's a bit of moisture on the court.
Looks like everyone, including Christie, is okay. Good hustle there. Good hands by Littrick on the Dove dribble, and then good hustle by all three players getting over to that. And that could take a little bit of time to wipe up.
Absolutely.
The three of them, and then the ref going for his late swan dive down there as well.
Yeah, I would have scored at about a 9.7. Wasn't too bad.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I think he could have stuck the landing a bit better though, but young fella's got some ability. So we clean the floor up. Go again. Senators up 49-43. Michaels working against Mitchelton on the spin and the fade. Knocks it down.
Is that signature Michaels smooth you were talking about earlier on, Charlie?
Yep, it does love to get people in there and spin on them. Got really nice soft touch on it. Elliott drives, forces one there past Giannis. Probably one he'd want back.
Yeah, not a bad move. I mean, given the fact that the team's on the bonus.
Yeah, Giannis in the post.
Gee whiz. I think he may have got away with the first one there just quietly, but...
It's the one thing I don't know, having been, once a basketballer. The armbar action completely seems to be outlawed now.
Yeah.
You know, in our day, you could armbar, you could keep it down solid, you couldn't lift and push, and but if the guy's got the ball, like Nash is strong, but Giannis is a 7-footer, he's a load.
Yep.
Not really much you can do once the ball's in there.
No, exactly.
I don't know how we're meant to defend in the post, and that's not having shots at the refs because they don't make the rules, they don't make the interpretations. Yep. I'm just not sure what we're meant to do with big bodies in the post. How do we defend it?
No, it's a fair call. It's probably, to me, like it, I was probably just the hacking at the ball probably tipped the balance in Giannis's favour.
Look, that was a foul. That was all kinds of 12 fouls. Don't worry about that. As my stats just seem to disappear completely. So Giannis misses the second, and Pearl, who just checked back in, grabs the rebound.
Back to the three-point ball game, 46-49 in favour of Warwick.
Now again, Elliott on the drive. Well defended there by Wellstead. Dove on the breakout, goes at Davis. Challenges the shot and double go to the line. Those live ball turnovers like that where Ethan Elliott was turning the corner and just spilt straight to Dove on the go, there's not much you can do about that.
No, it's a hard man once he gets downhill, but Calvin Davis did a good job to challenge at least Simpson free throw line. It's only Caleb's first personal, so no panic stations there.
And Michaels checks straight back in for Giannis, probably responding to Pearl coming in for Littrick and the Senators being a little shorter as Dove makes the first, and he moves up to 15, I think, now, depending on how quick they've updated the stats, and make it 16. And been quiet this quarter after a big first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's back again, back to a one-point game with 1:15 to go.
Yeah, probably CH.
Elliott, Ellis,
sorry,
makes another one on an again play there. They come off the dribble, the double dribble drag screen, and then a reset back for Ellis to come off that by Davis. Wellstead surveys. Tries to go at Elliott, gets him up in the air, and at that point probably would have been better off trying to finish.
I think so.
Looking for Muo in the corner and off Ellis and a baseline ball for the Wolves.
Just being a little too unselfish on that occasion. Yeah, Geordie Wellstead, but it's another Bendigo Bank timeout.
With 50 seconds to go and a 4-point lead to the Senators, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock hasn't been a major issue for much of this game.
No.
So I'm sure coach is calling this one, wants to get a specific play here with the 9 seconds on the shot clock. But yeah, it's one of the things with Geordie is that the things he does so well, he's the consummate role player, the team player, but I don't think he's ever quite made the switch that sometimes the worst thing to do is to not shoot.
Yeah.
If you get to the end of a set and that's or a play and a ball movement and like that, everyone can make that shot. He sometimes thinks he's still just got to kick it and make the extra one, and you always want to go in. That's probably worse than the guy that will just shoot everything, because everyone expects that shot to go up, and you can clunk up your own offense by doing that. And and this is a really major pick in a guy that, you know, can score the ball, can shoot the ball, and does everything else so well for a team.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
every now and again, he just needs to put call his own number a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's a positive error on that occasion. Obviously, the ultimate plan for Geordie there was to find Mio in the corner. Mio splashes a 3-ball, everyone's happy, but it didn't quite happen that way. Senators shooting the 3-ball at 54.5%.
Michaels aggressively comes off that pin down, works against Pearl on the step back, gets it to go, has a look at over the Senators bench. He think he might still hold a grudge from not being there from last year.
Well, who knows? Doesn't seem to have lost much touch, having not played for a few weeks, though.
Drive by Elliott on the floor, but that'll be to the line for 2 shots. He did this last year for us. He hadn't played. We went into one of our, I think it was the last game of the season down at Lakeside, and B had come off his knee problem. Had surgery on his meniscus last year.
Right.
And missed a whole whack in the middle as Dove goes out, and Brody England comes in for his first minutes for the night. But I'd say that is just, let's not get another foul on Dove in 29 seconds. Ooh, Elliott misses that badly. Then he came into that game and coach was just like, take it easy, take what you got. First ball he caught was a step back to the left, splashes a 3, and lets everybody know all about it. So he is a guy that he works hard, so it's not born touch, but I would always say ball, like he's always got touch.
Yeah.
Elliott makes the second. It's a 3-point lead, and it's 20 seconds to go, and 15 on the shot clock to close out the first half here at the Van Kalis court at HBF Arena. Michaels getting going, turns the corner, can't get that to go, but it's spilt. Bobbles around. Mitchelton has it. 5 seconds on the clock. He penetrates. He burps it up. Michaels, can he make 2 in a row?
Oh, goodness me. Almost a Chambers Franklin through there from Michaels, but not to be.
So as we close out the first half, 53-50 for the visiting Senators. I'll quickly go through the leading scorers. Dove up to 16 I'll go through the Wolves, and then Michaels 12 and Turnage 11 for the Senators. Ellis up to 19. There's a quarter. You had 3 a quarter time. Davis at 11 and Ethan Elliott up to 8. Leading rebounders, Dove with 5 and Davis with 4. Jelena with 4 assists, and still says Thwaites with 3. There were some good minutes there from Jay Thwaites. Field goal percentages, everything's up to sort of over 50 from everywhere, except the 3-point line for the Wolves is the major difference here. And rebounds kind of even, which if you're the Senators with a 7-footer out there, is probably an important stat for them.
You'd probably take that, wouldn't you, if the Senators at half-time? But
I think so.
Yeah, again, one of the main factors we identified pre-game was that 3-point shooting from the Senators, and they've got off the...
I think what I'm looking forward in this second half is having watched that and trying to work out what both teams are looking for. The Senators seem pretty good with crisp ball movement, and paint touches seem to be where their best shots are coming from. The Senators are the Wolves are a much more 5-out, kind of almost semi-ISO as we've spoken about.
Yep.
But again, when they just kick it around, they're easy. When they hit Giannis, or they get, as we saw there with Brian Michaels getting in, he's making shots, but he's also collapsing defence. So who's got the mental toughness to do those things that they need to be done as we kick off the second half?
And that's the question to be answered, I should say.
Ellis off the bounce, nice pass into forward. The nice left-hand flush to get us going here to start the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
The big JLC dunk to start the second half.
Nice little pocket pass again from Ellis, putting Giannis in the on-ball. Michaels can't get that to go. A little bit of a heater, I think, on the back of his second quarter. The Senators pull it up there, looking for something specific. Ellis almost taken off him by Turnage. Kicks it out. Elliott, corner. Can't get it to go. A good look. And then Dove pushes back, full pace. Good hands again by Elliott. He jumps on the ball, comes up with it. The Senators push back. Ford hops, finishes around Giannis. Beautiful little bounce around him there.
And gives the Wolves bench a little bit of lip on the way through, just to little cherry on top of the ice cream there, but very nice finish.
I'm a little worried about the centre of the keyway because that is where Dove and Elliott went down. Giannis working there against Ford. Nice little turnaround jumper, and want to see more of that from the big fella if you're a Wolves fan.
Yeah, Zed team floor wipers just mopping up a little bit of sweat there. That's sorted out.
57-52, 8:25 to go, and a turnover, and the Wolves are off again. Dove flying down the floor, looks to throw it to Michaels, drives in, blocked by Ellis, falls back to him. Cue the Benny Hill music.
Nice upper body strength and balance just to keep himself in the game there. Making contact with Cody Ellis isn't an easy task.
Not a small man.
No. Did well to finish here, Michaels.
So again, the Senators out of their elbow sets. Fine Ford, fumbles. Settles for the jumper. Over Giannis, can't get it to go. Ball bouncing around, and the Wolves are off again. Michaels penetrating. Takes the bump from Ford and finishes strong. He gets himself up to 13, I think, to 12 or 13 now. And it's back to a one-point game.
A little bit of a track meet the start of the second half, Charlie.
Down to Davis in the post, working against Dove.
Excellent
nice,
finish.
Strong finish. So we've actually seen two post moves in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Who knew?
I think I saw 4 all season.
59-56 with 7:10 here to go in the third. You are working against Ford, means Ellis is defending Giannis in the post. Tries to find turnage. Well fronted again by Elliott. Ellis pushes. Mitchelton, corner. Catch, shoots, splashes the three. Good transition basket there from the Senators.
Excellent ball movement there to find the open man.
Mitchelton didn't see the screen. Trips over Giannis. Dove, catch, shoot. Back at you. Can't get it to go. Tried hard. It was a good look. Went down a long way before choosing not to.
It was a wide open look there.
Mitchelton off the curl, drives, throws it up. That got closed down on him in a hurry. Thought he was half a chance there. Kind of looked travelling. Michaels off the bounce. Gets it to go over the top of Ellis.
And we're definitely going to need the Z team floor wipers from Zembreros to work their magic over on that sideline just in front of the Senators bench. But gives us an opportunity just to catch our breath here, Charlie, because it's been helter-skelter for the first 4 minutes or thereabouts in this third quarter. Just free-flowing offense by both teams. And certainly we've seen a lot of players not scared to put up shots.
There's no such thing as a speculator, I don't think, out here. Again, the Senators working away. A nice pass again. Ford again. Good footwork. Steps past Giannis. And it's just a little too easy for Ford to go by him at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look, he's 6'6" versus 7 foot. There is going to be a speed difference there. Dove drives on Ellis. Blocking foul call. Good take and a good defensive challenge there from Ellis. Could have gone either way, that one, I think. What are we going with? 2 shots.
Yeah, obviously toughest call in the game for the referees to make there, but unfortunately for Cody Ellis, that he didn't call his way.
And we're going baseline, not 2 shots. As Giannis and Dove go out, as Jelena and Wilstead come back in, and Ellis takes a breath and Pearl comes in for the Senators. Second foul on Ellis. I don't think they'd be worried about it, but they wouldn't want him to get his third halfway through the third quarter. So Jelena, nice play. He looked like he's looking for the foul, and it looked suspiciously close to maybe a little bit of an elbow tap on that. Elliott works the on ball. Davis up fakes, kicks it back to Elliott. Catch and shoot straight away 3. Can't get it to go. Davis slaps it down. Looked like it came off Wellstead, but again, we're a long way away, and it was right in front of the ref.
Yeah,
so
absolutely, yeah. Christian Delena missed that little baseline jumper there off that baseline inbound. He's got the 2 points so far in the game, so he's looking to get himself going for the Wolves.
Back picking there on Turnage, gets through. Now going to work Turnage in the post. Muo steps through, drives, can't get it to go. A good challenge, and Muo's looking for the whistle. Mitchett and Elliott kicks back to Mitchett in the corner, who up fakes, get Michaels out of the way, can't get it to go. Sometimes just take the first one. Yep. But shooters are going to find ways to shoot. Not a problem with that. Now Jelena working against Ford. Turnage almost triple team.
Nice rotation.
Nuo in the corner, catch and shoot, knocks it down. We're back to a 3-point game, 64-61 with 4:30 to go.
Nuo will be extremely pleased to see that go through the net.
Yeah, it's his second basket, isn't it?
They'll take it up to 7 points.
So Bottom Junior comes in, Mitchett grabs a break.
Back to a 3-point ball game.
Davis catch and shoot, can't get that to go. Again, good hands there defensively by the Senators. Michaels now working against Ford. Nice. Again, Ethan Elliott lost him on the back cut there, and Coach Brennan gets a quick timeout as it's a 1-point game. Senators 64, Wolves 63 with 4:08 to go in the third.
That last transition for the Senators, Charlie, another Bendigo Bank timeout we see there. Nice transition by the Senators. Caleb Davis has been a little bit quiet since quarter time. I think he had 11 or so in quarter time. He's only got 13 points, started his third quarter. But pulled the trigger on that three very, very quickly in that transition. I'm not too sure what you read into that if you want, but this seems like he wants to get himself back in the game.
I think it's... I mean, absolutely. He also has licence. I'm assuming nothing's changed. He has licence that when he's in that catch and shoot spot, in that situation to get it up. Absolutely. Could you argue it's a bit early in the shot clock? Maybe he didn't quite have the time. Maybe he thought, sure. Because I thought the same thing. Yeah, when your initial reaction to that is, did you have to?
You probably take that later in the shot clock, that shot.
But at the same time, he's another guy, like Dove, like CJ, like Cody, like Michaels, like Ethan, can go whack, 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 and all of a sudden they've got 9 more points, and we say, geez, they were good shots, weren't they?
And credit to him too, he's a high IQ player, so obviously good first quarter, quiet second quarter, but who explodes in the second quarter? It's Cody Ellis, so he makes a point of making sure the ball gets to Cody, who's red hot, so it is what it is, but Keller will bounce back from that one.
So Senators ball, 1-point game, 4 minutes to go in the third. Bonham off the on ball, Davis. The dribble handoff with Elliott. Now working the post. Double team by Muo.
Good job.
No help there. Turnage. Can't get it to go. You can see there the double came. Everyone had left Davis. Bonham penetrates. Foul called on Turnage.
Might have been Muo, I think, wasn't it?
No, I think they called it on CJ. Okay. That's his second. Ellis going to come in for Ford. Matching up a little size-wise again into the sort of small lineups that we saw for periods in that second quarter. Elliott now working against Turnage. Good D, good wall up. Can't get it to go. It's dried up here a little bit. Muo, step back. Again, he can't get that to go. Turnage, board. Wellstead takes his time. Jelena down to Turnage in the post. 1 out against Ellis. 4 on the shot clock. Michaels, catch, shoot. Ooh. Knocks it down. Wolves go up 66-64.
Nice patient offense there by Joondalup Wolves.
You can see there, Elliott, nice back cut. Pearl, travel. When he doesn't get it just go. Kind of on that one, he kind of got it. Looked like was he going to pass it or go or whatever. And he just takes half a beat when he gets his feet caught.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pearl shoots a through ball at just a whisker under 37% over the season. I thought that may have been the opportunity where he had perfect licence to put that one up, but decided to put it on the floor and travelled.
So Dove comes back in for Muo and Mitchell comes back in for Pearl. Yeah, I'd love to see Pearlie shoot that one as well. He's a good shooter.
He's an excellent shooter.
Michaels kicks it out. Finds Dove. Works away inside and Wolves starting to get a bit of momentum going here. Again, going to Davis in the post. Foul called from the weak side ref, but calling it on the hold on Wellstead. Davis will grab a break as Littrick comes in. Michaels goes out. Giannis looks like he's coming in as well for turnage.
Second team foul for the Joondalup Wolves.
There's only 3 fouls called in the quarter. Haven't been a lot of D, let's be honest. Nugent down to Littrick. He works against the big fella, kicks out. Bonham catches, shoots.
Wow.
Ooh, look good from here.
Look out of the hand.
Just a foot right. And it's clunked up a little bit here for the Senators. Yeah, another backdoor. Dove gets the foul and the basket.
And that is the third personal on Cody Ellis. A lot of panic stations for Warwick. Cody's a smart enough player to deal with that, but Coach Luke Brennan will take him out of the game just to...
I think the bigger concerns Senators would have about that is one, it's a couple of plays now in a row. Dove starting to get going again, completely losing vision of the opposition's best player as he knocks down the extra, and now all of a sudden it's a 7-point lead for the Wolves. So a 10-point swing here in the third quarter. Elliott again. They just seem to not be aware of what shots at the moment to take against Giannis. And I'll go on a limb when he's standing at the ring. That's not the one.
Yeah, it's always going to be a tough make with a 7-footer.
Now he pulls out the 3 ball. Can't get it to go. Shan pulls it in. Senators away. Mitchell and Elliott. Shan. Move it around. Littrick with his nice little midi game. It hits short as well. So nothing going for the Senators at the moment. A big minute 10 to finish off this quarter. Good D by Shan, forcing Dove high. Dove wants this though. Shan, good D, walls up. Dove, too good. Knocks it down. Again, he works his way up.
Again, nothing wrong with that defense, just better offense on that occasion.
Senators now looking for scorers. Don't have an easy access. Mitchell, nothing. Bonham off the bounce, drives in. That'll be a foul on Dove, I think.
Third on Dove. Looks like he'll take a seat for the remaining 39 seconds of this third quarter.
As does Elliott, and Jay Thwaites comes in for the Senators.
Third team foul for the Wolves.
Mitchell working against Jelena. Step back. Ooh, can't get it to go. Bonham tries to keep it alive. And 22 on the shot on the clock and 2 seconds difference in the shot clock. Wolves hold us up and will close out the third quarter. Turnage working against Thwaites high. Gets in. Can't get it to go. A bit of confusion there. I thought the shot clock went off. no damage done on that particular play, but a lot of damage done in that quarter by the Wolves. Down 3 at half-time. Now up 9. Really made a move there, really put the clamps on the Senators. So lots of work to be done here on in for the Senators. And one of those momentum quarters that we'd spoken about earlier for the Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you called it about 3/4 of the way through that quarter there where the Wolves had gone on a run. The Senators seem to have lost contact with Quentin Dove on transition quite a few times. He had 7 points for the quarter, and obviously a big reason why the Wolves were able to come away at 3/4 time with that little bit of a buffer there. But certainly, the Warwick probably just lost their focus on the Wolves' number 1 player, Quentin Dove, in that third quarter there. Brian Michaels also having a pretty good third quarter. He scored 9, also scored 9 in that quarter as well. So
his second and third quarters have been terrific.
Yeah.
And he's up to 21, as is Dove. Ellis still on 19, Davis up to 13. So obviously, from just an 11-point quarter for the Senators. So there wasn't a lot of numbers adding up there for them. Whereas the Wolves managed to put on only 23, which is a really good quarter, but not a 12-point swing sort of quarter.
Yeah. And to keep the Senators to 11 points for a quarter is, they'll certainly take that. But, just that third personal foul to Cody Ellis meant he had to sit down. Callum Davis was also off the court at that particular point of time. And it just seemed to me, Charlie, that Warwick just lost their way offensively as well. Just they were taking some what looked like poor options. It may have been the Wolves' defence causing those poor options, but it just seemed they lost a little bit of composure where they've been pretty good for the first half.
I think you're right. I think sometimes the group just isn't quite sure what they want out of their actions. I know they're told what they're looking for. And I'm sure that hasn't changed this year. But at times they just seem to be just a little bit hesitant of why we're doing this. And that shows up with a quarter like that, and the Wolves make a move. Ellis, tough D on Dove. Ellis has gone down, a hit in the face. Turnage gets the O-board, and Wolves knocked down 2 points at Ellis. Good D on the first Dove shot. I think he just took the accidental, came down on him and whacked him on top of the head, so he looks all right. More work for the floor wipers.
Yeah, that team floor wipers from Zambros doing their great work again. Are you a little surprised we haven't seen Caleb Davis at the start of this fourth quarter, Charlie?
I think they'd be trying to keep Caleb maybe a minute or two and then basically bouncing the rest of the way. But with an 11-point game and 9:40 to go, it's starting to get not desperate yet. There's a lot of game left, but you can't sit for too much longer.
No, I thought so.
Bottom over Giannis. Can't get that to go. Good boards by Ford.
Rebounds.
Puts it back in.
Great rebound.
There's enough time here for the Senators. It's a 9-point game. There's over 9 minutes to go.
Plenty of time.
They need to just get some stops and chip away. Oof, almost a turnover there. Jelena working against Bottom Junior. Double coming. Turnage got the inside spot again. The first one blocked, the second one fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Did the referees miss a little travel there, Charlie? I'll have to go to the
videotape.
I don't think we had the videotape now.
I think what they're saying is it probably came out of CJ's hands on the shot.
Okay.
In which case, once it leaves your hands, it's okay. The video for those, the video replay, we do actually have what we call IRS in the NBL 1 finals nationally this year, which will be used in the fourth quarter alone on a final shot only to determine if it was released in time, a 2 or a 3-pointer, and how much time is left on the clock once it goes in.
Can only be a good thing, Charlie, I think.
Turnage is now banking foul shots.
63% from the free throw line.
100% on bank shots tonight, though. 63% of the time, that works 100% of the time. Gordy's gone for it again.
Oh, goodness me.
And a long rebound, and they come up with it. Giannis working away forward. A good cut there by Dove. Giannis again working forward. Rolls over his left shoulder. Gets a little jump hook to go, but can't make the basket. Ford saves it off Dove.
Good heads-up play.
And here we go. Davis and Elliott checking back in for the Senators. Davis and, well, there we go. They're coming in for Bonham and for Thwaites. So again, a 10-point game with 8:50 to go. Elliott, Davis, catch and shoot. That's short. Can't get it to go, and Ford almost come up with it. The pressure, Giannis, turnage, and they're in transition again. Ellis, good D. Ellis, catch and shoot in trans, looks good, knocks it down, and we're back to a 7-point game.
Just like that. Another big Chambers Franklin 3 there for Cody Ellis. 22 in the game so far.
Jelena turns the corner, gets rid of Elliott, no foul call. Not quite sure if they're assuming Ellis catch and shoot again, why not? Can't get it to go. Bit of a heater, that's all right. You gotta find out. We had one in the second quarter. Now Dove slows us down. Mitchell forcing Michael's baseline. Pull up, push shot. Can't get it to go. Davis boards. It looks like the Senators are trying to tempo here at the moment. Forward goes at Giannis, who really didn't do a whole lot of anything other than choose to foul him there.
I think so.
Sub for the Wolves as Jelena goes out and Nuo comes back in.
7-point ball game here. Opportunity for the Warwick Senators to knock down a couple of free throws, draw back to 5 points. But the scores just dried up. The last couple of transitions for the Joondalup Wolves.
Ford can't get that to go. And again, that's that ebb and flow that they play with. Yeah. And from what I've seen so far, maybe in this quarter, the Senators looking to really tempo it at the moment as well. Yep. Ford can't get the second either. And Giannis obviously comes up with a rebound. Davis not quite sure why he's fouling that. Bit of a frustration there for CD. That'll be his third, I think.
Second, I think. Only the second, Charlie. So
geez, that was up there quick.
It was. They're lightning fast.
It was up there before I even looked up.
It's up there before.
I know I'm slow, but that's ridiculous.
Pretty quick.
Might also have been to set up a bit of pressure.
You're right. Second team foul for the Warwick.
Now into the half court. Michaels again, Giannis at the high elbow. Dove looking for backdoor. Michaels comes off the handoff. Knocks down a tough jumper over Forward. A pretty good D there, just a good make.
A little bit of patience on the offense there by the Joondalup Wolves and created a decent look there for Michaels.
Mitchell and Ellis, post. Dove defending him, stationary off the ball. Hedge double Ellis, really nowhere to go. Goes into the big turnaround team.
That's a tough shot.
Really poor offense all around there. And the Senators were just standing and watching him, looking for Dove. Can't get it to go. Turnage, comes up with it.
Mops up the mess.
And a timeout call, I think, by the Senators here. And that pushes us back out to an 11-point lead. And after a 53-point first half, the Senators are at 69 with 6:48 to go here in the game, completely dried up. And to be fair, that last offense to me pretty much summed it up, where they got what they wanted with Cody Ellis in the post and 4 guys standing around watching.
Yeah, Nuo goes down to dig and try and help in the low post. Someone's got to be open there for that open look, but probably a little bit of a swing there was Ford going to the free throw line. As we said, opportunity to knock down a couple of freebies, get it back to a 5-point ball game. He misses those free throws. The Wolves go on another little run. Like I said, Charlie, all of a sudden we've got an 11-point ball game again.
And with 6:48 to go, now it really is uphill here for the Senators. It's not at the whole, you know, you got to get everything right stage. You just don't want to make a whole lot of mistakes.
No. But I think we've seen enough from the Warwick Senators over the year, and then even early in this game, where if they play their structured offense and get it through hands and create opportunities, then they're good enough to create those decent opportunities. It's just been a little bit helter-skelter. I think they probably may need to just take the air out of the ball a little bit, run some sets, and just chip away at this Joondalup Wolves lead so far.
they kind of get stuck between flat out or bogged down.
Yeah.
And they don't they did for most of the first half, but when they struggle is when their half-court offense is slow movement. So I'm not saying they have to run up and shoot within 4 seconds every time, but move with urgency and purpose in the half court, not just because or whatever you want to call it.
100%. That's
good pass.
Yep.
Everybody fell for Ellis. Nice find for Ford. Brings us back to a 9-point game with 6:30 to go. CJ just getting over there. Giannis, Michaels. Giannis, nice touch pass. Dove can't get it to go. Turnage does. I'm not sure whose bucket that is, given that Giannis also tapped it in late as well. That's the O boards. They've lost them on the O boards, the Senators, in this quarter particularly.
Absolutely.
Ellis working against Giannis. Davis catch and shoot straight away. Has not been able to get it going in the second half.
9th rebound there for Giannis.
Turnage working Ellis down in the low post. Fadeaway jumper over Ellis.
My goodness.
Knocks it down.
That is a tough bucket.
Over a very good defender. Ford setting the on ball. Elliott coming off. Ford working hard. Can't come up with it.
Giannis may have got away with one there.
A little bit of a bump there, I thought so.
I think so.
What the Senators haven't been able to do in the second half is find a way to get Giannis out of the paint defensively. Whether it's whoever's been out there, Turnage, catch and shoot, can't get that to go. I think that was a heater after he made the tough turnaround before.
Yep.
Ellis, corner, up fakes, drives. Then tries to find a shooter. Mitchell will get that up. He can't get it to go. And another stop here for the Wolves.
That was another deep three there. A deep three attempt there by Warwick. Nine seconds on the shot clock.
Giannis on the dive, off his hands, bit late. Both players kind of acknowledging it was their fault there. Just didn't quite come together the way they would have liked it.
If Giannis was still on the move, he just didn't quite have the balance or his feet set to try and attempt that catch.
The Pearl comes in for Mitchell. I like this. I like Pearlie as another playmaker for the Senators. Davis drives, lots of hands, fumbles it out of bounds.
Yeah, you said earlier on, Charlie, that Carl Davis is just hasn't been able to get going in this second half. Really good first quarter, but Wolves have just done a good job of making life difficult for him.
Again, the Wolves, patient in offense. 4:10 to go in a 13-point game. Michaels working against Ford.
Carl Davis?
No, Ethan Elliott.
No, yep. Third team foul for the Warwick Senators. Looks like we've got a
timeout called by the Joondalup Wolves.
A bit to go back timeout there, but
crowd very appreciative of the second half of the home team, as would be expected. So it just feels like the irony of these last couple of minutes particularly is that it seems to be that the Wolves have kind of come off the boil a little bit, but the Senators haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And it's just been, I don't know, it just seems to be a lot of rushed offense for Warwick. Like you say, they're very good at getting defensive stops and generating some offense from those stops and getting out and running, and they look really good. But when it's a half-court grind, it just taking some poor options. Very unlike what we normally see from Warwick here. Whether it's just the occasions sort of got to them at the moment, but still plenty of time left in this ball game. 4 minutes, and we've seen Warwick have got enough offensive firepower to turn us around really, really quickly. But look, they need to get going pretty soon, I think, Charlie.
Yeah, and it is. Look, it's been part of the group's make-up for a little while is when they're not quite on. Like when they're on, like most teams, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
But they kind of have these clunky moments that just, you know.
It's a bit like they're trying to reinvent the wheel, I think. Is that?
I think they overthink.
Yeah.
Good job by Pearl there. Almost comes up with it. So what I think happens is, should I shoot this one or drive? What do I do? And we're all thinking, not playing. And a foul there on Pearl. Giannis tries to pass the ball. Giannis is looking upset that I love this in players. He's giving him the whole "how dare you foul me" look, and it's like, can you just grab the ring when? Whoa!
That's got to be trouble.
And then when you go and do that, I'm sorry. Someone should be having a quiet little chat into the big fella's ear about that.
I think so.
And I mean from the Senators too, not from the Wolves. Old man yelling at clouds, get into him. No. Davis catches, rips through, works against Michaels. Now he's upset with the foul. The one thing I noticed more is that players have no idea what a foul is.
Speaking of fouls,
we do.
Yeah.
4 on the
Senators,
and just 2 on the Wolves. Well, that was a foul on Michaels.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be a foul. Yep.
Elliott working against Dove again in the passing lane. Hands. Davis 8 on the shot clock. Working off the bounce. Finds Ford, drives in, can't get it to go. Working hard. Giannis blocks the second attempt. This is going up for Dove. Can't get it to go. Senators push back. Davis catch and shoot. That had some nice air in it. Can't buy one. Dove shows offense. Flushes that one home. And that might just about do it as a 15-point margin.
A big GLC dunk there with an exclamation mark by Quentin Dove.
Ellis, catch, shoot. Can't get it to go. With 3 minutes to go, 15-point Wolves lead.
And that'll be Quentin Dove to the free throw line. The Senators are over the limit.
And another timeout called by the Senators. So now we're in. Everything's got to work.
Like magic, like clockwork. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You got to hope they miss some foul shots. It's 2 shots on this. You got to hope they miss foul shots. I think this is their second timeout, though they actually don't have a timeout left. Looking at the scoreboard for the Senators, so it's all just got to be up, stopped, game clock. Playing the clock. And
if we're looking for a silver lining here for the Warwick Senators, the fact that they've given up those 5 fouls now, so they can use the foul to put the Wolves to the free throw line. The Wolves haven't been great from the free throw line this year, but
79% on the night though. So
and they've probably just fouled the wrong free throw shooter for the Wolves. You know, Quentin Dove is the Wolves' very best free throw shooter at 82% over the year. So.
Interestingly, just looking at the stats, we said at halftime the rebounding was close. It's now 45-29 advantage to the Wolves over the course of the game. So,
well, the rebounds at halftime were 17-15, so it's gone 45-29.
Field goal percentage, obviously, the Senators are down to 43, and Wolves are up still around 49, and still can't buy a three-pointer though, the Wolves, but getting to the line 19 times compared to 14 as well.
More importantly, the Senators have gone from 50% down to 32% from the three-point line.
Well, that was always going to happen, I think.
But they shoot at 37% for the year, so
they're on their mark. A bit below it, but. So Dove makes the 2. It's a 17-point game with 3 minutes to go. You can see what the Senators have drawn up here. Nice action into Davis, who fumbles, but then gets CJ up in the air and will go to the line. Nice play out of the timeout there by the Senators.
And importantly, a chance for the Warwick Senators just to stop the game clock, go to the free throw line, knock down a couple of freebies, and just chip into that Joondalup Wolves lead. Calvin Davis.
Wolves. Sub out, Brian Michaels, and bring in Wellstead. Interesting. They might feel that they've got enough points, they just need to get some stops.
Exactly, I think it's exactly what the thought process would have been there.
And also maybe some minutes as Davis makes both, given that he sort of recently had some injury problems as well.
Yeah, that's not
a pass from Turnage. That'll be no time off the clock and should probably be a baseline ball for the Senators. Did anyone touch it in bounds, or did CJ throw it from out of bounds?
Yeah, I thought that would have been a baseline ball, but you're right.
Same play again into Davis. Ellis up fakes. Elliott in the corner.
Wow.
Gets it to go. There's life. 12-point game with 2:25 to go.
There is plenty of time left in this ball game.
Some pressure here. Wellstead almost gettable there by Ethan Elliott. He fouls Nuo, and he'll go to the line.
I think that'll be Ethan Elliott's fourth personal.
Again, unless they got up that. Nope, there we go. We beat them for once. We got there ahead of the score bench.
Rocky, we have to be quick there, Charlie.
And a sub back as Michaels comes back in for Wellstead. Might have even been just for a quick chat to Michaels there, just to get him some information. Nuo goes to the line. Knocks down the first.
Probably also the fact that clearly the Warwick are just going to trap. So probably get another ball handler on the floor.
And Nuo knocks down the second. So again, a 14-point margin, 2:15 to go as the Senators bring it up. From the same play again, Elliott off the bounce, can't get it to go. Ford takes it up, blocked by Giannis.
I tell you what, win, lose or draw, you've got to tip your hat to Ford tonight. He's trying extremely hard.
Agreed.
Against a much bigger opposition all night.
Ellis catches, drives. Pearl on the three.
Shoot up.
Can't get it to go. Turnage with the rebound. Double coming. Don't want to foul here now. Can they get it over? They find Wellstead.
Smart by CJ, just take the air out of the ball. Yep. Run the game clock down.
The Senators now have to choose how they're going to foul. Now with 2 on the shot clock. Nuo doesn't get it off.
No. For a horrible moment there, I thought he may have fouled him. That would have been an injustice. Oh, minute 28 left on the game clock here, Charlie. Fairly comfortable lead here for the Joondalup Wolves. It's going to take a miracle from here, I think.
Elliott drives forward. Ellis catch, shoot. Oh, and tried hard. I'm not sure if that was a Pearl or a Michaels tip in.
I think it may have been a Michaels. So
well played, Cody Ellis.
Ellis for another 2 points.
Double team here again. A hand in. And Michaels will walk the 90 feet to the, maybe not quite 90 feet, but to the foul line. I just don't know what to do with my hands. Keep hitting the bloody microphone. Michaels can't get the first to go.
Mr. Wisgrund is 72% over this season from the free throw line.
Generally a pretty good foul line shooter, and well played us. Misses them both. Ford off the bounce, attacks. Finds Davis,
Great
gets
look.
it to go.
Great look.
10 points, 1 minute and 7 seconds. You don't have time to make too much time, so they're trying to read this Muo with the ball. Michaels off the bounce. Ellis gets him on the foul. Probably took too long there.
Yeah, I think so.
15 or so seconds there for the Senators, but
I think
we know you can't just go grab them anymore.
I was going to say Caleb Davis did his very best to foul there without giving up a tech.
Michaels, chance to add to his score and make up for the last two, makes the first.
That was Cody Ellis' fourth personal foul too, with 51 seconds left in the ball game.
Michaels gets the second.
Then a roll. Michaels up to 24 for the game.
Elliott drives, Pearl in the corner. Can't get it to go. Ford almost comes up with it. Turnage with the boys. Ethan Elliott has a slap at the ball, and if that's his, that'll be his fifth. And by him walking towards the bench, I'm going to say it was on him.
Bit of a giveaway, Charlie, I think. Didn't sell it particularly well.
5 fouls on Ethan Elliott.
Ethan Elliott will finish with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals.
Senators subbing Lucky Stade for his first minutes, seconds for the night. Here's Turnage. Interestingly, I was thinking when Sterling had, wow, there's a clock. When Warwick had to sort of start to stop the clock, that they never got Turnage to the line.
Yeah, good point.
That's where I would have gone, because he was also likely to have a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
But now he didn't. They were moving the ball, but that interesting they couldn't get that. Jade Pearl. Nice little floater from Pearl, can't get it to go. Volleyball sets his miss back in to bring it back to 11 points with 30 seconds to go. Good pressure up the floor. Michaels busts it. Muo foul on Ellis. No, travel was called. I thought there was one there. Muo doesn't realise yet, or he doesn't care. Nope, has no idea. I thought he did, but no one seemed to care.
No. not one little bit.
I mean, there is only 24 seconds left in an 11-point game, but... Ellis 5 on the shot clock, gets it away, finishes with a 3. That'll do us with 11 seconds. Wolves just have to get the ball over.
And what's been a fairly entertaining game here tonight, Charlie, sort of feel like Wolves have a pretty dominant second half, I guess you've got to say.
Very much so, from 3 down to 8 up. A big second half there from the Joondalup Wolves, gets them the win. Fought all the way through, just not the second half, obviously, the Senators would have been looking for. And one of those surge second halves that we mentioned a number of times through the call from the Wolves. And they'll progress. I have no idea who plays who. I think it'll be the Perry Lake side of it, if my memory's right. Just want to note, I have no idea if my hunch is on the money here, but and if I'm wrong, I apologise. But that might be Cody's last game. Is my hunch.
Okay. Right.
And if it is, as a guy who's known him pretty much his entire life, not well until the last few years because he was all over the place. He'll be missed. He's been a great player at every level he's played at.
100%. I must admit I've been lucky enough to see Cody play from probably under 12s in Wobble development, and always been a pain in the backside for us Joondalup Wolves supporters, but good guy, great basketball player. And if you're right, Charlie, I think we need to acknowledge what's been a really good career by an even better bloke. So, and I think looking at the body language, you might be on the money there, Charlie. So that's off.
Pretty sneaky little inside line there. Now, having said that, and he is a terrific career from a guy that just by his name and playing at the club, had everything to lose.
Absolutely.
And just, as you said, a great guy, a great player, a hell of a career at every level.
Absolutely.
So cute off the codes. And take nothing away, I don't want to make this about that, take nothing away from the Joondalup Wolves, who are terrific. Probably 3/4 of the game. There was probably a quarter there, not all in one whack, where he probably didn't look that great for him, but a great 3/4 effort. And they advance, and really at this point of the season, it doesn't matter if you look great or you look like mud. That's the key, and they're smiling, and they go on and they play again on Thursday.
Absolutely. So. Very good second half there by Joondalup Wolves. Made the adjustments when it looked like the Warwick Swans were going to absolutely shoot the lights out of the stadium. They made the adjustments second half, clamped down, and were able to come away with what's in the end is a reasonably comfortable win. But commiserations to Warwick. We've had some good moments during the year, but unfortunately tonight just wasn't their night. But we've seen a pretty